Yeah, it's that. They were mad that I didn't ask about Shadman, but I did. Like there's literally comments who are like, there's thousands of people who are upset that I didn't ask about Shadman. And Ava Tyson had Shadman shit on her on her wall, and like the Delaware thing, the Ava thing.
The Delaware thing, I feel like not only did you guys cover that in depth, but didn't you call back and like fill in some blanks? Yeah. I mean, the criticism is totally valid. People just were, I disagree.
I appreciate that.
Can you give us the backstory on what's the Delaware thing?
Oh, so the Delaware thing is Mr. Beast. This is the story, right? This is what people believe. Mr. Beast hired a pedophile, knew about it, and then formed his business around multiple different sex pests and pedophiles, and his eyes wide shut, evil Antichrist.
Can I add something? They called him Delaware as a nickname because of his history of sexual assault in Delaware. That was that's the fake.
This is the guy that I think last time you were on, we pulled up his documents, and that seems pretty sinister.
He's a registered sex offender. And if you hire a registered sex offender, that's bad. You're supposed to do background checks. There's a reason for all that, which obviously there is. His explanation for that is that he hired him when he was 19 years old. They filmed a bunch of videos at Best Buy, and Delaware was there. You can see his name tag without a mask on in the video. You can see his name tag at Best Buy before Mr. Beast hired him. So there's like proof that he worked at Best Buy, which, I mean, I guess Best Buy hires RSA, registered sex offenders.
Just to add, the name tag said Delaware.
It said Delaware literally on it.
Delaware being a nickname reference. Yeah. Actually, the good goes by Delaware.
Yeah, and so they hired him after they liked him at Best Buy. They thought he was funny, and then he was in a bunch of videos without a mask on. And then a lot of people, say that because he was wearing a mask, he was trying to hide his identity. And then so the thing is that they called him Delaware because he's a pedo from Delaware. He's a child rapist from Delaware, or whatever his fucking charge is. Probably should fact check that. But he's a registered sex offender from Delaware. Shoot from the hip. That's what we do. I've been seeing. I don't know, dude. He's a registered sex offender from Delaware who Mr. Beast knowingly hired, and his business is allegedly full of freaks like that.
Like facts, and then there's my gut. And he told this story where he's like he called his mom. Now his mom was in charge of HR, which sounds terrible, right? You should have someone less biased. But when he was like, I was 19, she was my HR manager, my CIO, my CFO, my this, my that. I'm in over my head. I'm a teenager, and I pulled in my mom to help me. Like someone you could trust. That's a really common thing to do, and it didn't strike me as evil. All right, back on topic. He calls his mom, and he's like, "Did we do this? Did we do what people are saying?" And she's like, No, I would never knowingly hire a sex offender and have him work with my teenaged son. It's like that doesn't make sense. I would sooner shut down the business than have you with a sex offender on a daily basis. And I was like, that just checks out at a knee jerk.
What if he's like really funny though?
Touche.
What if he's hysterical? Yeah. Like, what if he can sing like Michael Jackson? Then you have to
I thought Mr. Beast came out looking really good from that interview, and I put myself in that situation where it's like, so many times I just wish people were well informed, and if they were, they would have a higher opinion of me and whatever drama I was in. It's a thing I do when I watch content.
Was a lot of the punishment or like the vitriol coming at you with the Shadman stuff? Because we talked about him on the show, I think last time you were here. He's the guy who like makes those weird sexualized drawings of children as cartoons, and the only picture I saw of Mr. Beast like seeing one of those was like a screenshot from, I guess, a super old video where they're at Kris Tyson's house, and there's a picture up of like a sexualized child, and Mr. Beast is like looking at it with like that, just like sometimes people can't hide disgust on their face, and he had disgust looking at it like, what the fuck is this pervert have on his wall? And it's not like that. There's nothing else on his wall, just one picture of like a sexualized kid, and that was it. So like, are they still on about the?
Because I feel like it's such good meme material. Like you could change that photo to any number.
It's him looking over at it like, what the fuck is this?
What is his name? Shad, S-H-A-D, Shadman.
It was Shadman.
Also, for clarification, the internet says that the charge for Delaware was rape, 4th degree sexual intercourse victim less than 18 years old, victim's age 1 and 11, between 1 and 11.
Ooh, don't like that.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that's what it says on the internet based on a picture from like this is all provided by Dawson in his video. So,
Damn.
yeah.
One of
Now,
the
this person is posting a clip of Mr. Beast talking about Chris having moved out, but the Shadman art is still up behind him.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh, fuck,
This
Taylor.
is hard hitting journalism.
Yeah, it is bad. So like a lot of this stuff is really bad, but
Dude, if Kyle invited me over to hang out and he had that picture on his wall, we're gonna talk about it.
I need to see.
I'm gonna be
that's
like,
weird.
What the fuck is like? What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought you were more of like a Kramer in a funny frame kind of guy, not a
Do we have like a
9-year-old in a
close-up of it?
bikini.
Because I have this wide angle shot where you can tell, but it's even blurred in the wide angle. Okay. Like, can you just tell me what it is? Like,
I don't know exactly what it is
Zach says
it's blurred out.
okay, yeah, but CP is like 1,000 different things. Is it two children
It's
having
animated.
time together, or is it like an adult doing something to a child, or is it like? Tell me what it is.
It's scrubbed
Well,
out.
I don't know
okay,
what
so
that
it's
means.
me neither. So is it like?
Or could you take a guess? Because I bet it might be on target.
So is it animated or is it a real girl then?
No, it's a drawing, but I can't see. It's like the picture I'm seeing on Twitter. It's all red and scribbled out, pretty much the entire thing, other than the face. So I can't see what actually is there.
You know, and like I'm not trying to split hairs here, but sometimes it matters. You know, with stuff like this. With the other dude, like 1 to 11. Sometimes we're like, wait a minute, how old was this person? 17 and 7/16 or whatever. It's but 1 to 11. There's no splitting those hairs. That's fucked up. The Shadman.
Can I tell everyone what lolly means? Just because I think maybe I'm not alone. It's a young or young-looking girl character in Japanese anime.
Trust me, Woody, you were alone with our audience. They all know what lollies are.
Dude, the Japanese are fucking wild, man.
They've all got. They got.
I knew that was like
pads.
something creepy and pedophilic. I didn't know the specific definition.
Yeah,
So it's just underage drawn pornography.
Yeah, you're going back to Lolita the whole time. But because it was drawn, it was illegal. Yeah, of course. I do believe that. I think you should be able to draw whatever the fuck you want. Like, I don't. It's just something weird to me about prosecuting people for drawing things, no matter what you draw.
Dude, but if you had that up in your house and I came over to enjoy tapas and watch The Office or whatever gay shit we're gonna do together,
sure.
like, and I see that on your wall, I'm not gonna be like,
you're gonna be
curious.
inspired.
I'm gonna be like, Kyle, level with me, buddy. What the fuck's up here? What are we doing, champ? How can I help?
Oh,
how can I help?
I thought I took that down.
I think people should be able to draw whatever they want.
I thought that put that with the rest of them here.
Dude, this is the exact same way I feel. Like, this is the Nazi memorabilia conversation again, where like if I go to Kyle's house and he has Nazi flags and memorabilia and like historical artifacts, and it's all Nazi stuff, I'm gonna be like, okay. He could just be a history buff, but he could have like mixed in like a Soviet bayonet or like an Allied helmet or something. Clearly, he's in it for the Nazi thing. Like, if I go to Kyle's house and he doesn't have a litany of art everywhere, he just has one picture of like a sexualized child.
Somebody needs to do a study because I'm curious about this. Is like, I'll say hand drawn or animated or not real CP, right? If you tell me that not real CP is like giving someone with a sugar addiction stevia and allowing them to get that outlet without anybody being harmed, then I feel one way about it. If you're telling me that this is like giving someone with a sugar addiction sugar and surrounding them with that and never letting them remove themselves from that and sort of break the habit, then I feel a different way about it. Like, is this animated victimless stuff propagating this awful kink, or
my life? I have no data.
I don't care if
data
it propagates
whatsoever.
it. I don't care if there was data that that proved that hand drawn stuff created predators. Like, I would still say you can't take my crayons away from me and put me in jail for something I scribbled on a piece of paper. It's like, I mean, come on. To me, something about that's ridiculous. But they do that in some places for sure. I just read a thing recently about a guy going to prison for animated, CP.
I see. I've never landed on a solid opinion.
I hear what you're saying, Woody, but I have no data whatsoever. My like hunch, though, just looking at it, is that giving those people that type of content is like when is like a 15-year-old killing rats and cats and dogs and eventually becoming a full-blown murderer when
it
they
adds
grow
fuel
up.
to the fire.
Yeah,
it doesn't
it's
give
like
them a healthy
it
outlet.
it's like stimulating that maladaptive trigger in the first place, and then it's exacerbating, and then suddenly, before you know it, this creepy picture I'm buying from this deviant online isn't doing it. Now he's going to go out there and he's going to kill somebody.
Right? There's something about normalizing that kind of thought process and stuff that can lead them to the next level.
Yeah.
I get it.
I mean, you've been watching Big Booty Latinas. You're on episode 37, but you haven't fucked one yet. Is all I'm saying. You know, like they get. I just think that you should be able to draw whatever you want. You shouldn't prosecute for somebody for drawing something, and you shouldn't prosecute someone for watching something that someone else drew. I just don't care what it does to people. I don't care what anything says. It's just that
I agree that like I'm on the same side of you. Like I'm also a free speech absolutist, and so I'm not saying that you should throw these creeps in prison for drawing creepy things. But if it's hanging in your house, I'm not going to be friends with you. I'm not going to hire.
I wouldn't hire you either. To be fair, like if Zach had some weird shit behind him, like when we have our like pre-game meetings and we started noticing like Zach had lots of lolly stuff behind him, and be like, "Whoa, Zach, you drawing those yourself, buddy? Oh no,
we're gonna nix this." Yeah, if we were about to start the show one week and you had that behind you, I'd be like, Kyle, take that shit down. What the fuck is wrong with you? And you're like, no, it's art. I'm an artiste. I'm cultured.
I'm a critic.
It's like, why is it all sticky?
It's a little messed up. I certainly wouldn't want that, but I'm glad Mr. Beast came out mostly